Good afternoon, everyone, especially to the grade 8 students. Welcome to Aral Tarlac here on RTV Tarlac, Channel 26, simulcast over DCTC Radyo Pilipino Tarlac. I am Ma'am Nympha Fernando, your teacher broadcaster for Music Grade 8. Today is another day to learn more about music. Grade 8 students, please be with me for the next 25 minutes for our discussion. Now, get your pen and paper and kindly prepare your learner's module as well as your learner's activity sheet as we will begin with our lesson. So, what are you waiting for? Let's begin learning! But before we start our new lesson, let's have a quick review regarding our previous topic. Anyone who can give the East Asian countries? I know you are raising your hands. That's correct. Japan, China, and Korea are the East Asian countries. How about their vocal music? What is the folk song of Japan? The folk song of China? How about the folk song of Korea? Very good. Sakura, or what we call cherry blossoms, is the traditional folk song of Japan, depicting spring or the season of cherry blossoms. While moliwa or jasmine flower is the traditional folk song of China. Also, we have the arirang. Arirang is the traditional folk song of Korea. Alright, it seems that you really understood our previous topic, and for that, let's give yourselves a clap. Thank you, and now we will move to our lesson for today. Music Grade 8 for Quarter 2 is all about the vocal and instrumental music of East Asia. For our Day 2 in Music, we will talk about the instrumental music of the East Asian countries. We have Japan, China, and the last one we have Korea. Wherein, at the end of today's session, you are expected to first perform the music from East Asia with own accompaniment, and also evaluate the music performance using guided rubrics applying knowledge of musical elements and style. And let's get started. Now, bring out your learner's activity sheet in Music Day 2 because we will answer the activity 1 and 2. Did you have it? Alright, let's proceed. For activity 1, here is the direction. Name the different musical instruments of the East Asian countries. Write your answers in your activity sheet. Let's start. Number 1 picture. What do you think is the name of this instrument? How about number 2 picture? Number 3 picture? Number 4 picture? Number 5 picture? Are you done naming the musical instruments? That's great. Now, we will proceed to the next activity. For activity 2, here's the direction. Identify the different musical instruments of the East Asian countries according to Hornbostel-Zach's classification of musical instruments. Let's start. Number 1, erhu. What do you think is the classification of this instrument? Alright, let's proceed to number 2, which is kayagum. Number 3, sheng. Number 4, pipa. Number 5, pengling. Number 6, nokan. Number 7, chango. Number 8, biwa. Number 9, dizzy. And number 10, shaw. Are you done classifying the musical instruments? Okay, I know you've done your best in answering the activities. Now, we will check your answers. Are you ready? Alright, let's start. For activity 1, picture number 1 is a correct, a odaiko drum. Picture number 2 is a koto instrument. Picture number 3 is a tsuzumi instrument. And picture number 4 is a shakuhachi instrument. And the last one, number 5, is a pipa instrument. Alright, let's proceed to the next activity. For activity 2. Number 1 is, what is the answer in number 1? Alright, chordophone. Number 2 is another chordophone. Number 3 is aerophone. Number 4 is chordophone. Number 5 is idiophone. Number 6 is an aerophone. Number 7 is membranophone. Number 8 is chordophone. Number 9 is aerophone. And the last one, number 10, is another aerophone. Now, you can count your correct answers and write your scores for your activity 1 and activity 2. Congratulations everyone, you did great. Now, let's find out the 5 classification of musical instruments according to Eric Morris von Hombestel and Kurt Zaks. First, the idiophones. These instruments produce their sound by means of the actual body of the instrument vibrating. Second, membranophones. These instruments produce their sound by means of the vibration of a tightly stretched membrane. Third, the aerophones. These instruments produce their sound primarily by causing body of air to vibrate. That's right. Fourth, we have the chordophones. These instruments produce their sound by means of the vibration of a string or strings that are stretched between fixed point. And the last classification is electrophones. These are the instruments having electronic action. Dear students, those classification of musical instruments that was according to Hornbosdell-Sachs will be our basis in classifying the musical instruments of the East Asian countries. This time, I want you to bring out your learner's module. Please turn it on page 64. What can you see on that page? Correct. You will see the different pictures and descriptions of the musical instruments of Japan. The membranophones or percussion instrument of Japan includes the odaiko or a big drum, the tsuzumi, an hourglass-shaped body instrument, wherein this instrument has 2 varieties, the smaller kotsuzumi and the larger otsuzumi. They are both used in the no and kabuki performances. Another instrument is the churidaiko, a large hanging barrel drum, and also the taiko drum. Taiko is a Japanese drum that comes in various sizes that is used to play variety of musical genres. What can you say about the membranophones of Japan? Very good. These percussion instruments of Japan is made up of membranes, so they are classified as membranophones. We are using these instruments by means of the vibration of a tightly stretched membrane. Let's proceed to the other classification of musical instruments of Japan, which is the chordophones or the string instruments. On your module, can you see the picture of a koto instrument? How about the shamisen instrument? and the biwa. What do you think are the similarities of these instruments? Alright, that's correct. These instruments have strings or chords, so they are classified as chordophones. Koto is a 13-string zither about 2 meters long and made of paulania wood. It is plucked using picks on the thumb and first 2 fingers of the right hand, while the left hand can be used to modify pitch and tone. It is also used in an ensemble in gagaku music or as a solo instrument. Next, we have the shamisen. This instrument is played by means of plucking. The neck of the shamisen is fretless and is similar to of a guitar. Another instrument is the biwa or the short neck fretted lute. Alright, this time we will proceed to the aerophone or wind instruments of Japan. First in the list is the shakuhachi. Shakuhachi is the most famous flute made from bamboo. It has 4 or 5 finger holes on the front face and thumb hole on the rear face. Next instrument, we have the nokan, a bamboo flute used as a melodic instrument in the no performance. Another instrument is the hichiriki. This is a double reed Japanese flute used as one of the 2 main melodic instruments in Japanese gagaku music. Sho is also included in aerophones. This is a Japanese free reed musical instrument that was introduced by China during the Nara period. Another instrument is the shinobu. This is a Japanese transverse flute that has a high-pitched sound. And the last instrument is the ryuteki, or what we call the dragon flute. That's right. It is a Japanese transverse flute made of bamboo. It is used in the gagaku music. What can you say about the musical instruments of Japan? Did you like their musical instruments? Very good. Now, let's move on to another country of East Asia, which is the China. First, the chordophones or the string instruments that includes the yukin, a moon-shaped lute with shorter neck and 4 strings. Another is the pipa, a 4-string lute with 30 frets and a pear-shaped body. Erhu is also a chordophone instrument. It has a 2-string fiddle and one of the most popular Chinese instruments. And another, we have the zeng, that is considered an ancient Chinese instrument that has an arched surface and an elongated trapezoid with 13 to 21 strings. Next classification of musical instrument of China is the idiophone. The first instrument under this classification is the yunlo. Yunlo literally cloud gong or cloud of gongs. Yunlo is a set of 10 small tuned gongs mounted in a wooden frame. Pengling is also an idiophone. It consists of 2 small bells made of high tin bronze, also a coloring rhythmic instrument. Another classification of musical instrument of China is the aerophones or the wind instruments. Dixi is classified as an aerophone. This is the traditional Chinese flute. It can have a membrane over an extra hole to give the characteristic rattle effect, wherein the player plays the dixi by blowing across the mouthpiece and produces the different notes by stopping the 6 holes. What can you say about the Chinese musical instruments? Did you like their music or did you like their musical instruments? Very good. I'm glad to know that you really appreciate the instrumental music of China. Now, we will move on to the musical instruments of Korea. First, under the chordophones or string instrument is the kayagum. Kayagum is a traditional zither-like instrument with 12 strings. Kayagum is probably the best known traditional Korean musical instrument. Another chordophone instrument is the gyeomungo. Gyeomungo is a 6-string plucked zither. Included also in the chordophone is the haigum. Haigum is a 2-string vertical fiddle with a hollow wooden sound box. For their aerophone instruments, they have the piri. Piri is a wind instrument made of bamboo that is used in both the folk and classical music of Korea. And for their membranophone, chango is the most widely used drum in the traditional music of Korea. It has an hourglass-shaped body with 2 heads made from animal skin. What can you say about the musical instruments of Korea? Would you like to play those musical instruments? That's good. If given the chance, why not? Playing musical instruments can be a hobby or even a chance to earn for something, right? Dear students, if you have enough time, you can browse the internet. You can watch on YouTube about the different instruments of Japan, China, and Korea. Alright, this time we will have a 5-item quiz. Please bring out your activity notebook in Mapeh. Are you ready? Alright, here is the direction. Choose only the letter of the correct answer and write your answers in your activity notebook. For number 1, which of the following is one of China's most popular instruments? A. Haigum, B. Erhu, C. Koto, D. Shamisen. For number 2, which of the following does not belong in the group? A. Chuzumi, B. Odaiko, C. Taiko, D. Chango. For number 3, how is the pipa instrument classified? A. Aerophone, B. Membranophone, C. Chordophone, D. Idiophone. Then for number 4, which Japanese instrument is called the dragon flute? A. Shinobu, B. Hichiriki, C. Shakuhachi, D. Ryuteki. For number 5, how is the Sheng instrument classified? A. Aerophone, B. Membranophone, C. Chordophone, D. Idiophone. Alright, I will give you more seconds to finish. Alright, time's up. Now, let's check your answers. For number 1, the answer is letter B or Erhu instrument. For number 2, letter D is the answer or Chango instrument. For number 3, letter C is the answer or chordophone. Number 4, the answer is letter D or Ryuteki instrument. And for number 5, the answer is letter A or aerophone. Very good. It seems that you are very active in answering our quiz. Dear students, please write your scores in your activity notebook and pass this on Monday to your Mapeh teacher during the retrieval and distribution schedule. This time, bring out again your learner's activity sheet. I will give you the instruction for the activity number 3. Did you have it? Alright, let's proceed. For your performance task, choose a folk song from one of the three countries of East Asia, either in Japan, China, or Korea. Then, prepare a short video performance showcasing your improvised or localized musical instrument as your accompaniment. And send a copy of your performance to your Mapeh teacher. Again, for your performance task, choose a folk song from one of the three countries of East Asia, either in Japan, China, or Korea. Then, prepare a short video performance showcasing your improvised or localized musical instrument as your accompaniment. And send a copy of your performance to your Mapeh teacher. Here is the rubrics for your performance task. For the criteria, we have the following. Number 1, timbre. It refers to your tone or quality and instrumentation. Number 2, pitch. It refers to your performance with correct tone or pitch. Number 3, rhythmic accuracy. It refers to your performance with correct rhythm. And the last one, creativity and resourcefulness. It refers to your ability to create localized or improvised musical instruments. Again, the rubrics or the criteria, we have the timbre, pitch, rhythmic accuracy, and creativity and resourcefulness. And for the ratings, 5 points for always, 4 points for mostly, 3 points for sometimes, 2 points for needs improvement, and 1 point for never. Good luck! Dear grade 8 students, if you have any questions or clarifications regarding our lesson for today, you can ask your Mapeh teacher or you can ask me directly. You can send your questions in my messenger and surely you will be accommodated. But for now, you can watch us live on Facebook. Please like and share our Facebook page. This is RTV Tarlac, Channel 26. Please do like and share. I hope you learned a lot today about the instrumental music of the East Asian countries. We have Japan, China, and Korea. Again, please watch us on Facebook page. Again, I am Ma'am Nympha Fernando, your Music 8 anchor teacher for today.